Welcome back to Crime Watch. Technology is available locally to protect cash vans, but is it being used widely enough? We are now joined by Graham King, the CEO of All Cash Technologies. Hello, Graham.
Hello.
Your company introduced the polyurethane technology as well as technology to combat so-called cross-pavement robberies. Tell us about the polyurethane technology.
Sure. Well, the PUDU system, that's the acronym for Polyurethane Dispensing Unit, that is used in the CIT vehicles to protect the money in the vault of the vehicle. And how it works is that when it's activated, and it can be activated by gunshot taking place at the vehicle, or the crewman or the driver or the control room of the vehicle can activate the system. Once activated, it mixes two chemicals together and it disperses those chemicals into the vault area where the money bags are. And it encases all the money bags and it rises like a cake baking and it hardens. And all of that takes place within a couple of minutes. So by the time the robbers have managed to stop the vehicle and place explosives and blow up the vehicle, the polyurethane is hard by then, and it makes it very difficult for them to access the cash. They can, get the doors open, but even when they bomb the vehicle, we've proved that the PUDU system actually absorbs the bomb blast and holds the vehicle together. So it has proved to be a very, very successful product.
How long has the technology been available in South Africa?
Many years. So we've been building these systems for the last 10 years. The technology was originally developed by the CSIR, and we've perfected it now over the last period of time. And it is being rolled out into the various cash-in-transit companies.
What percentage of CIT companies are using the PUDU?
Well, not all of them, because some of them have different operating procedures and they don't choose to use it. But the ones that are using it, I would say they're covering their top priority vehicles, which are the vehicles going from the banks to the cash centres, so carrying a lot of money. A lot of the normal retail vehicles don't have it in. And
why not? Surely the robbers are going to be on the back foot if the technology is being used?
They definitely would be, because as has been said, a lot of the robberies are on inside information, So if the information is that the vehicle has this system in it, generally speaking, the vehicle won't be attacked.
Now, I'm sure you've saved the companies already millions and millions of rands. How effective is it, Graham?
I think we have, and it would be a question you could have asked your previous guest. It's definitely a very successful product, and it's now being used worldwide. So we are exporting systems into other countries, in Europe, South America. So it's a widely used system, and there are competitive products. Ours is not the only one available.
Let's talk about cross-pavement robberies. We know this is an ongoing problem. These guards are often being attacked. Sometimes they fight back. Talk us through the technology available to protect cash being held in the hand in the container of the guards.
Okay, well, it's with an ink dye stain in those boxes, and as soon as the guard lets go of what we call the thumb trigger of the box goes into an activation mode. And there are various stages of that activation, but it ends up staining all of the money inside. And there are very strict regulations by the South African Reserve Bank that these boxes have to comply with. So we have to prove that the boxes can stain 100% of the notes inside to a level of 40% of the surface area. And they do that. And these have been in use, this technology, for over 20 years. Obviously, it's improved over the years as well. But, you know, there used to be many, many hundreds of attacks every single year across the pavement. Nowadays, that has reduced to being quite a small number. So
how secure are the vans that are currently being used? Are they secure enough in your view?
Yes, I think, you know, they're armoured vehicles, so they do their job, certainly. But, you know, with the use of explosives, the guys were finding that they could, you know, blow up and open the vehicle like a tin can, really. So
now last year,
difficult
Graham,
to prevent
your company showcased the technology to the police leadership, to the Gauteng MEC for Community Safety, and it was shown how effective it was. But yet, I get the feeling, and I think you mentioned it, that not all security companies are buying into it. Where's the problem? Is it cost?
I don't think it's the cost, no. I mean, be perfectly open, it's 70,000 Rand for a system like this to per vehicle to protect a vehicle that costs R1 million, and then the cargo it's carrying in cash terms can be many millions of rands. So it's not a lot of money in relation to what it's protecting. Yes, it could be used on a much wider basis, and we would hope that companies would use it on a wider basis. We believe very strongly that technology should be used in conjunction with police work, with operating procedures, with good staff, you know, staff of integrity and honesty.
Graham, our technology was produced locally, invented locally. You're now even supplying companies outside South Africa, yet we are not using it enough. That must be surely worrying for you as being involved in the technological field. It
is. It's a big worry to us, but obviously we work away at trying to convince the clients to use the technology. We believe that it should be compulsory to use equipment like we provide. And in some countries, they do legislate for the protection of the carrying of cash so that you have to use these boxes. And certainly the ATM protection in many, many countries is legislated as well. In South Africa, we don't have legislation. But I think a lot of the retail clients are demanding that cash in transit companies do collect cash from them in equipment that is proper equipment that has ink dye stain in it. That protects lives, you know. That protects lives apart from protecting the money.
Which is very, very important. Yeah. Thank you very much to Graham King, the CEO of All Cash Technologies, for joining us. Can you help find any of these missing individuals? The police are looking for these criminals. Remember, do not approach them as they may be dangerous. Remember, your tip-offs can be anonymous and provide detailed information. Thank you for watching Crime Watch. I'm Yusuf Abramji. It's a war, and we are going to win it.